Over the last few patches in League of Legends, Ekko has become a go-to pick for a lot of players, but surprisingly in the jungle rather than in the mid lane. With Ekko's crazy burst damage, crowd control potential, ability to reset during a fight, and that paired with a 53% win rating over all ranks in the jungle, it's no wonder why so many people are playing him. But who's playing him the best? In this video, we will be focusing on this player, a Korean Grandmaster player with an incredible 82% win rating in 119 games as Ekko, with an insane KDA to go with it, who is considered to be the best Ekko in the world. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Twigger and we are back with another #1 player in the world series. Very excited to have this series be coming back, and today we are focusing on the #1 Ekko player in the world. I believe this person's name is Kaibizeo Dianshu. I might be horribly butchering that name, but this is a Korean account, so if anybody knows what that means, I'd be happy to hear it in the comment section below. But this person is an insane Ekko player. They are on the Korean server. They are a Korean Grandmaster Ekko player, the #1 ranked in the world. And they have some crazy stats to back up this Ekko. So their KDA, 9.7 kills, 3.0 deaths, and 5.8 assists, with an average of about 159 CS. That's per game and 7.2 CS per minute. So some pretty insane statistics coming out of this Ekko. The interesting thing about this Ekko is that they tend to focus on playing in the jungle as Ekko rather than in the mid lane or in the top lane. So definitely jungle focused Ekko. We're going to be seeing Ekko in the jungle for this game, but it looks like action is already kind of happening in the top lane. But in terms of who we've got in this game, just to set the scene a little bit, up in the top lane we have got an Aatrox versus a Vladimir, Ekko versus Lee Sin in the jungle, a Kali versus Jace in the mid lane, and then the bot lane we've got Sivir, Thresh versus Misfortune and Morgana. Now, in terms of the runes that this Ekko has decided to go, in the domination tree has gone for Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, and Ravenous Hunter, and in the inspiration tree, they've opted for Magical Footwear and Futures Market, which is definitely an interesting rune page to go for, especially the Futures Market, definitely looking to go into debt, buy those items a little bit earlier, and maybe try to snowball as this champion, because Ekko is a great snowball champion. But then in the rune stats, we've got attack speed, adaptive force, and additional armor, but looks like the first blood has already happened down in the bot lane. I will be trying to focus on, I just want to see what actually happened there. I will be focusing on what the Ekko is doing, but I do really want to see what happens throughout the game. But it looks like there was currently just a level 1. The Morgana did land a really good binding onto the server, but the Lee Sin at level 1 with the, level 2 with the red buff just happens to come there at the exact right time. It was that standard sort of level 2 Lee Sin gank after red, which just sucks for the red side of this team, just because they did land a really good Morgana binding. They got the ignite down, thinking that they were going to get a nice little pick there, but Lee Sin just happened to be in the right space at the right time. But Ekko, of course, is trying to clear out this top side. Wouldn't be surprised if he tried to get an early gank up on the top side, especially towards this Aatrox, to maybe get this Vladimir ahead, because I think we've all faced a fed Vladimir in our days, and it is something that you never really want to deal with. But I will be kind of going back and forth, just seeing exactly what's happening here. Kali doing a little bit of damage over this Jace. The ignite going down, the bolt flash is coming out, so unfortunately the Kali tried to get that last auto attack off, but the Jace flash was just in time. I'm going to try to see if this Jace maybe goes for a play onto this Kali, but it doesn't look like it. Right now, everybody's just trying to kind of ping and show where everybody else is. This Ekko is currently just around the Raptor pit. Is going to start coming down here. The Raptor is going to die. Nice little burn tick there. The Lee Sin and the Ekko are both here, so this is going to be very interesting. Ekko knows that that is warded, so the Akali knows that he is here. He does get the Dark Harvest spot. The Lee Sin actually going in with that Sonic Wave, a little bit of Lee Syndrome there. It looks like the red buff is kind of going down. The amazing parallel convergence from the Ekko is going to lock down both the Lee Sin and the Akali. It looks like the Ekko's going to have to run here now, just because the Thresh did show up, dodges the Q from the Lee Sin, and is going to get out with his life. That's going to be Ekko securing his first kill of the game, and Jace picking up an assist on that one. Very, very nice play, and an awesome parallel convergence coming from that Ekko, but it looks like the action is not yet done. We're looking at that first Scuttlecraft. The parallel convergence is going to come down. We're going to try to lock him up, but it looks like the Vladimir is the first person to respond, but they do have the Thresh here as well. Right now, Sivir is just alone by herself. The Ekko is going to try to jump over with the phase dive over onto the Thresh. The flash coming up from the Lee Sin. Ekko is going to be able to smite that and get the Scuttlecraft, and it looks like he's going to pick up the kill onto the Lee Sin. Right now, everybody looks like they're focusing onto this Thresh. The Morgana's here as well. No idea why everybody decided to roam in such a weird time, but is the the Q going to be coming up for the Morgana? It doesn't look like it. Jace is going to take a lot of damage. Going to be taken down by this Akali. The Q finally coming out from the Morgana. The flash coming down from the Vladimir is going to be able to kill the Thresh. The teleport came down from the Aatrox as well, currently flanking the enemy team, but it looks like the Vladimir taking a lot of damage, sitting at just 30 HP. The E is going to come out from the Vladimir to get him over that wall. The flash coming down, not going to land the Q, and it looks like right now the Lee Sin has already respawned and gets a kill onto the Vladimir. This is an absolute clustercluck of a game. The Akali going down to the Jace. He's already returned to the battle by using his teleport. Lee Sin is trying to get some damage off, and he does have double buff because this thing has just been transferred to so many people. Jace is trying to run away, but the red buff slows is probably going to be enough, and that is going to be another kill for the Lee Sin. Morgana just barely getting out of here, just trying to do as much damage as possible, and of course the Ekko is already back, but that was a crazy fight. So at 4.5 minutes, the Lee Sin is 3-1-3. And our Ekko is at 2-1-0. Vladimir picking up a kill. Miss Fortune, unfortunately, has died here. Jace picked up a kill, though. So, man, we have got an absolute bloodbath of a game here. The Ekko is going to find this Aatrox. He was sitting on top of a pink ward, which is just really bad play, it seemed. He was going B right on top of a pink ward, and Ekko just kind of had to walk in. Don't ever get caught shopping people, even in Korean Grandmasters. It seems as though that's a pretty standard mistake, but it looks like right now the action's still not done. They are not going to give me a chance to breathe. Lee Sin and Thresh are currently just hovering this tower, looking for a turret dive on this Miss Fortune. Can she outplay it? She does not have her heal. She does have her flash available. Is he going to take the Sonic Wave? He is going to take the Sonic Wave. The Lantern is available, but it's not even going to be needed. Sivir going to be picking up that kill, the second of the game for the Sivir, going for that cull. So she is really enjoying having a little bit of a free lane to try to farm that thing up. But going back to our Ekko, because that was just an absolutely insane way to start this game. Talking about just a couple stats from this Ekko, which are just very impressive. Just looking at his win rate, 119 games, 82% win rate on this champion, which is absolutely insane. In terms of his damage that he does, roughly on average 779 damage per minute, which a standard master tier Ekko does about 601. So he's doing 170 more damage than master tier Ekkos, but looks like he's coming back in. Gonna try to get a kill onto this Sivir. Is going to get the chilling smite down. Great parallel convergence. Once again, is going to lock down both the Thresh and the Lee Sin. He's going to manage to dodge some abilities and not take that much damage. He's going to run out from that one, but once again, nice little pickup from the Ekko, and I believe getting a shutdown onto that Sivir, if I'm not mistaken. I could very well be mistaken, but so far, some pretty crazy plays and some pretty amazing W's coming out of this Ekko. But in terms of just additional stats, Ekko's teamfight participation is absolutely crazy. 82.5% teamfight participation. He, on average, has a kill participation, as you can kind of see in this performance summary that I've got up here, he's above in every single department over a regular master tier Ekko player. The average master tier is nowhere near this guy. So he does more damage per minute, he gets more gold per minute, he has way more creeps per minute. His kill participation on average is 62.7%, but as this graph kind of shows, he peaks at almost 80% kill participation at around 20 minutes, which is absolutely insane. And then just talking about his teamfight participation, 82.5%, his duel win rate is at 80.9%. So if this guy finds somebody in the jungle by himself, he 80.9% of the time will win that duel, which is absolutely crazy. And now the interesting thing about him going futures market is that you can see based on these other stats, which I will talk about in just a second, because it looks like he's coming in for a gank onto this Aatrox. Great placement of this parallel convergence is actually going to lock the Aatrox down. That was just perfect placement. Knew exactly where the Aatrox was going to go, even through the E, the little dash that Aatrox has. Completely calculated from this Ekko. But in terms of his first item, he tends to get his first item at 8 minutes and 38 seconds, when a normal master tier player gets their first item at about 9 minutes and 56 seconds, which is a minute and a half faster, probably because of this future market. And the second item, he seems to really snowball the gold after that first item, because his second item normally comes in at 14 minutes and 27 seconds, when a master tier Ekko normally about 17 minutes and 31 seconds for that second item, which is 3 minutes faster to get a second item. So clearly the futures market allowing this Ekko to get that first item quicker snowballs him to get a second item much quicker. But parallel convergence are going to come out, going to lock down the Aatrox again. He just got back to lane. He must be feeling absolutely awful. The Chrono Break is going to come out from the Ekko just to make sure that he doesn't die to the turret there, and that is going to be Ekko once again with a very successful gank up in the top lane. Currently 5-1-1 with a 300 gold bounty, but looks like the action is not going to stop here. Akali coming in for a turret dive on this Morgana, and the Miss Fortune. The Ignite is going to go down from the Akali. The amazing ultimate coming down, doing a lot of damage. Akali might very well die die here. She is going to actually die to the Morgana, but it looks like the Morgana also died to the Thresh. So, you know, once again, really successful turret dive down in the bot lane, and it looks like also Lee Sin picked up the Ocean Dragon while all that was going on. Sorry, the Mountain Dragon while that was going on, and Lee Sin picking up a solo kill on that Jace just by using a really, really good time kick followed by the Sonic Wave. But it looks like the Ekko has gone back and picked up that Runic Echoes and Blue Smite, so he is going to be very, very dangerous to deal with him. Right now, Ekko is once again back up top lane. The Chrono Break is not actually going to stun the Aatrox this time, and it looks like Ekko is going to tank the turret because Vladimir was in that pool, but Vladimir is going to get another assist here. 6-1-1 for our Ekko, 2-1-4 for our Vladimir, 0-4-1 for the top lane Aatrox. So it really seems as though these two players have kind of chosen what side of the map they wanted to focus on, and Ekko wants to focus on this top side, and Lee Sin wants to focus on this bottom side. So I feel like this is really going to be a war of attrition here, but it looks like the damage coming down from the Misfortune is going to flash the play, which was a pretty great play. She is going to get the kill onto the Sivir. Very, very impressive play from that Misfortune. Try to at least get a kill out of that turret going down, but once again, the Lee Sin just being in the right place at the right time is going to secure his 6th kill of the game. If you guys wanted to see a battle of the junglers, you are seeing it right now. It looks like Aatrox is going to engage onto our Ekko. The parallel convergence is going to stun him up, and it looks like Aatrox is not going to be able to chase this Ekko down. That's going to be a free runaway from that one. But man, these junglers are going at it. It is so cutthroat. 6-1-4 for the Lee Sin, 6-1-1 for the Ekko. But the Ekko is focusing on getting the Vladimir fed. The Lee Sin is focused on getting the Sivir and the Thresh ahead. So which one is going to win? A fed top lane jungler or a fed bot lane and jungler? Only time is going to tell. But this has been an absolutely insane game at 12 to 11 kills at only 10 minutes into this game. But it looks like right now the blue side does have the advantage, 20.6k to 18.7k. And it looks like the lane swap is coming in now. Vladimir isn't going to be swapping quite yet, but we do have the Thresh and the Sivir up here, and it looks like the Ekko is just going to continue to farm out the jungle. In terms of the overall farm, Ekko is not very far ahead. He's actually behind by quite a few, 69 to 54 in favor of that Lee Sin in terms of the jungle. But as we can see, this Ekko doing a really interesting thing here, bringing both of these creeps into the parallel convergence, but unfortunately the reset is going to happen from that the Gromp. Looks like he didn't do that quite right, and it looks like the enemy team is going to pick up that Rift Herald while the Ekko is currently down doing his Gromp. So the Ekko is going to go B. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to pick up next, but it looks like the Rift Herald has actually been summoned up in the top lane because of course these plates are still active, so there is a lot of gold on the field here for these plates to go down with the Rift Herald. So they're going to claim a huge amount of gold here. It looks like Lee Sin once again dominating, getting a pick onto that Morgana. I don't even really know what happened there or why Morgana was so far forward, probably just trying to place some wards, but it looks like there's already 3 plates going down. The Vladimir has used his ultimate to try to get some damage out onto this Thresh. Thresh is taking a lot of damage. Akali is here as well though, but the TP coming in from the Jace might be enough to kind of sway a fight, but it looks like the Ekko coming in as well. Where's the parallel convergence going to land? The Thresh has a really nice hook stopping the Ekko from engaging. The Akali is going to go down to the Vladimir, which is a good start to this fight for the red team. The parallel convergence coming up, but not going to land on anybody. It looks like everybody's just going to try to run away. The teleport coming down from the Aatrox is actually going to jump underneath this turret. Could do a lot of damage here, could actually clean up a couple kills. The Jace is going to knock him back. Not going to be a successful turret dive so far. The Jace is going to go down from the last boomerang blade from the Sivir, but Sivir using that ultimate to try to gain some speed. The Dark Harvest stack is going to land, giving Ekko a little bit of... Oh my god, the flash coming out from the Ekko is going to be an insane amount of damage. The ultimate having come down from the Ekko as well to save himself in the Lee Sin. The phase dive is going to go onto the Thresh. The flash having to come out from the Thresh just to keep him alive. Ekko's trying to chase down, trying to get a kill. Misfortune currently not paying attention at all. Could definitely kill this Thresh, but it looks like the Ekko does not need any assistance. It's just going to chase down the Thresh himself and secure his, what, 8th kill, 9th kill of this game. Absolute insane plays coming out here. It was a pretty successful play from the blue side, getting that kill onto the, I believe it was the Jace, but Jace had a great knockback on the Aatrox, kind of preventing the Aatrox from really accomplishing anything there. They secured a couple kills on the red side and basically bringing this game up to even, 24.8k to 24.8k. 14 to 15 in favor of the red side. 12.5 minutes into this game. It has been absolutely insane to watch. If you guys wanted an epic slugfest of a game, this is exactly what you're getting. And if you haven't already, by the way, if you like these styles of videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. A lot of people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed to my channel, so be sure to go down, hit that subscribe button for more content. We try to release one video of like this every month, so be sure to be subscribed and hit that like button if you're enjoying it. But Back to this Ekko, has the red buff. Looking at items here, Ekko did rush the Proto Belt, and he's going to use that Proto Belt to try to get in range of this phase dive. He's going to put down his Parallel Convergence a little bit far, but not actually going to land, but looks like there is a blue buff up here that Ekko is looking for. So the Proto Belt first to try to close the distance is a very, very smart thing, also giving the Ekko a little bit of cooldown reduction, which is very smart. Morgana once again going down to this Lee Sin. But I'm curious to see what Ekko's final build is going to be. The Lee Sin has opted for Dustblade of Drakthar, so definitely going for a more lethality kill-oriented Lee Sin, which is definitely going to be interesting to see. But once again, Ekko is up in this top side. Parallel Convergence is going to come out, but the Aatrox is running the opposite way. The Chilling Spike going to come down, and oh, the damage! The Lantern was there. He did get shielded, and he was just about to get over to that Thresh, but the damage just came out a little bit too quickly, and it looks like the Ekko is not done yet. He's going to turn onto this Thresh, going to try to get some damage on, but it's not going to be enough quite yet, and right now they do have to run because it looks like the Sivir and the Lee Sin are running towards them, so they're just going to back off. Ekko is actually going to put a Parallel Convergence down and try to see if he can... Oh! It's not just me who fails going over that wall. It is also a Grandmaster Korean Ekko player. So some pretty insane plays coming out of both teams here. I'm just very, very curious to see what this Ekko finally ends up building. So he did go back. He picked up his Seeker's Arm Guard, so it looks like he's going to be building towards that Zhonya's Hourglass, which is an amazing item on Ekko. Because, of course, in the time that you're in stasis, you have decently low enough cooldowns that by the time you're out of stasis, your cooldowns are going to be back up, particularly your Q and your E. Just gives you so much survivability with your Chrono Break as well. But he did also opt for the Mercury Treads, which I find is kind of interesting because he's going up against a Lee Sin and a Kali. And a Lee Sin and an Aatrox. Also, a Kali is a little bit more mixed damage in the Sivir, so there's not a lot of magic damage on the enemy team. But it looks like that's what he's opting for. Maybe just looking to not be CC'd for as long. But once again, the enemy team doesn't really have a ton of CC. But who am I to question this #1 Ekko's build? Right now, it just seems like it really is the war of the junglers, with both of them sitting at 9 kills, but we do have a big fight going on here. The pool is going to come down from the Vlad, and it looks like the shutdown is going to go in favor of the Ekko onto that Lee Sin. The Aatrox is the next target. The phase dive is going to come out, and that's going to be the second kill for the Ekko on this one. The Thresh right now having used that stopwatch just to try to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, but it is going to be null and void because the Ekko is going to pick up his 3rd kill of this fight. Is he going to be able to chase down this Sivir? The ultimate has been popped, so she's going to be very, very fast. Boomerang Blade coming out, trying to do a little bit of damage. Ekko's just going to try to take these things out while he can. The Spell Shield is going to stop the phase dive. Currently, a lot of damage coming down from the Sivir. She is not squishy at all. Ekko's going to try to dive this one with the Black Shield. No, he is going to try to play this a little bit safer. Doesn't want to give out his shutdown because he is currently worth 700 gold. 12, 1, and 2 for this Ekko. Absolute insane play right now. But you can still say that this is kind of anybody's game because even though the junglers are currently fed, the bot lane is fed for the blue side and the top lane is fed for the red side. So I think it's all going to come down to how these team fights play out. And whether this Ekko can get a good assassination on people like the Akali or the Sivir, or even the Lee Sin. The Lee Sin is quite squishy, went mostly for damage, or whether or not this Lee Sin can execute somebody, which, to be honest, he's done a great job at executing this Morgana basically every single time that he's seen her in the jungle. But Ekko is going to go back. Currently, might have enough to actually finish off his Zhonya's Hourglass. Yes, he does. So he's going to finish that guy off, sell his refillable pot, and pick up another control ward. And as you can see, this is the main difference I find about watching like Korean Grandmaster and Challenger players, that you just see 2 control wards in 3 people's inventories. The Vladimir, the Ekko, and also the Morgana, which, to be honest, in my games in Platinum and NA, you can barely get a control ward on the field ever. So this is a really nice change of pace. And you're just kind of seeing how this Ekko plays, like, just knowing that comeback on his Time Winder was going to be enough to kill those Raptors. Looks like Ekko's going to get another kill here. It looks like the Lee Sin was trying to pick up a kill, who actually got a kill onto the Misfortune, but right now it is the Akali trying to get some damage off. Chrono Break is going to come down. Akali does not actually have her ultimate, so not going to have that assassination potential to kill the Ekko, but it looks like there's another fight going down in the bot lane. Vladimir is going to get a solo kill underneath the turret onto that Aatrox. Vladimir is now caught a little bit out of position. The blue trinket is going to come out from the Sivir just to get some vision of that Vladimir in the bush, but I don't even know if that actually landed in the bush. It didn't, but it didn't look like the Sivir needed it. But Ekko just once again, right place, right time, finds Lee Sin after getting a kill onto this Misfortune. And then, surprisingly, the Akali came in to fight the Morgana and the Ekko without her ultimate available, which I just don't think is a smart idea because Akali needs that execute damage to really cut through people like an Ekko. Especially when he uses his ultimate, he gets healthier again. You have to do a lot of damage to this Ekko in order to kill him, and he didn't even have to use his Zhonya's Hourglass during that fight. He was perfectly fine just chrono breaking and re-engaging. So it looks like he went back and bought a needlessly large rod, which I'm kind of curious to see what he builds that into. I have seen a variety of Ekko builds. Some of them really like to use that Z drive resonance, which is his passive, of course, that when you hit something 3 times, it does a big chunk of damage. You can see, look at that, 110 plus 251 damage. I've seen people go for things like Nashor's Tooth to try to get that attack speed to make sure that that thing goes through. But I've also seen people build Sheen and Lichbane on Ekko. But there's the Proto Bug coming in. Great hook, but the Black Shield was even better. The Q is going to miss from the Morgana. Unfortunately, that was definitely going to be a kill, but the Chrono Break is going to, sorry, the Parallel Convergence is going to land. Akali is now here. She does have her ultimate, but doing a ton of damages that Ekko onto the Akali, and they're just going to have to disengage from that one. So once again, great shield coming out from that Morgana, and that's just going to be a free kill onto the Thresh. He even had his flash available, but it looks like everything was responded to. The Vladimir getting picked out by that Lee Sin, and the Sivir picking up a kill onto the Morgana. It looks like the Akali trying to get away using that ultimate just to get some distance here. The Ekko is now coming in, and it looks like the Ekko is going to get shut down by the Sivir. The Jace did get the kill on the Sivir, but 1,000 gold going over to a Sivir is never something that you want to see. Right now, Jace is running from his life from this Aatrox. He has used his ultimate. The chains are going to land. He's going to have to flash away from this one. Right now, the Lee Sin is trying to hunt. Is he going to be able to land this Sonic Wave? That is the big question. He is going to be able to miss that one. Jace doing a really good juke over to that right, but looks like the Chilling Smite is going to come down from the Lee Sin. Aatrox is chasing down. Is he going to be able to get that Q? Is he going to get that knockup? He is going to get that knockup. Jace is going to turn around though, trying to do a lot of damage. Almost gets a kill onto the Lee Sin, but not going to be enough. And that is going to be a big kill coming in favor of that Lee Sin. Right now, 12, 3, and 6 for this Lee Sin. 15, 2, and 3 for our Ekko. But once again, Ekko might be gigantic, but he just gave 1,000 gold over to Sivir. And the problem is, Sivir is the AD carry. It's one of those things, that's the last person you want to give a big shutdown to is the AD carry, especially somebody like Sivir, who has so much team fight presence with her Ricochet and with her Boomerang Blade and that ultimate just to be able to position herself appropriately. That is not someone you want to have 3 items right now, but she does have that Maw of Malmortius to try to help with that Ekko burst damage, the Essence Reaver, and also the Infinity Edge. So gotta watch for this Sivir. That positioning is going to be key in team fights, and the protection of this Sivir is going to be crucial from this Thresh. Going to be interesting to see if this Thresh goes for more of an engage role or more of a peel role for this Sivir, but the Vladimir right now is taking down that Cloud Drake. Right now, in terms of dragons, that'll be 2 Cloud Dragons for the red side and 1 Mountain Dragon for the blue side. Currently, the gold lead is in favor of the red side, 43.4k to 41.7k, but it looks like we might have another team fight here. The Jace is going to come in, not going to get actually shackled down by that Aatrox, but the Chrono Break coming out very, very early from this team fight, and here comes the Sivir, exactly what we were talking about before. She is very, very strong. Ekko having to run away from that one, paying respects to the ADC. The pool coming down from the Vladimir, and he also coming down from the Misfortune. Unfortunately, everybody seems to just be dropping like flies on this red side. I don't know if the Lee Sin really wants to chase his Ekko or if they maybe want to go for the Baron. Currently, pings are going down for this Baron. The Vladimir is still alive and still at half HP, so could definitely heal himself up. Sivir did just use that spell shield just to get a little bit more mana back, so Ekko paying a lot of respect to that pretty big Sivir, especially after that 1,000 gold giveaway. But it looks like the blue side did end up winning that fight. 2 kills for none in favor of that blue side, almost evening up the gold. But it looks like everything is currently just going to reset here. I had a little bit of a black screen, so I had to kind of come back here just to make sure that the game was still working. Ekko is going to go back just to clearing out the jungle. Still very impressive that he can do the like kind of double jungle clear here with the blue buff and the Gromp. It's a kind of difficult technique to do. He does have the double needlessly large rod in his inventory, which I'm just assuming, you know, that that's going to be turning into a Rabadon's death cap. So right now, nobody on the enemy team really has a lot of magic resistance. It's mainly the Maw of Malmortius coming out from the Sivir, the Locket of the Iron Solari coming out from the Thresh, and then Merc Treads here and there on the Lee Sin and the Aatrox. So he doesn't really require a Void Staff yet, because he's got nothing really to chip through, but just going for straight up damage like the Rabadon's Death Cap, I think, is a very, very smart move. He's just going to burst people, and especially, we haven't even really seen yet from this Ekko an ultimate that lands on the team. But it looks like actually a solo kill happening in favor of this Vladimir over top of the Aatrox, which is kind of a surprising thing to see, that Aatrox would die to this this Vladimir at this point. But to be honest, you know what, never mind. It's not surprising. 184 CS to 96, 0 and 9. But it looks like the Misfortune picking up a kill onto the Akali, which is a very, very impressive one. We were just watching this Ekko, but you're seeing the crits coming down from the Sivir. The Spell Shield is going to come out. The Spell Shield is not now available from the Sivir, so Ekko was trying to get involved on that one, but it looks like they are now pinging for that Baron. I'm going to be very, very interested to see how much they can burst this one down. They do have a lot of damage on this red side, but once again, this Lee Sin is alive. And the thing that we always have to remember is that that second part of the Sonic Wave is an execute. So Lee Sins are notorious for killing dragons, but Flash coming out from this misfortune, but it's not going to be enough. Then the Flash coming down from the Lee Sin, but the Ekko did follow with the phase dive. The Ekko is going to use that Zony's Hourglass to keep himself alive and going to donate the kill over to the Jace. Very, very impressive play. And unfortunate for the Lee Sin, he did flash to try to get away from the Ekko, but the phase dive will in fact follow somebody who's flashed if the animation has kind of already gone through. So kind of unfortunate for the Lee Sin, but great for our Ekko, who's currently sitting at 15, 2, and 4. Did use that Zony's Hourglass to keep himself alive, but we're seeing the damage that Lee Sin can do. He's 14, 4, and 7. Like, this is such a battle of the junglers just doing amazing work for their teams. Like, this is like one of those games where the junglers are probably flaming their teams because you can't carry any harder than this. But it's very interesting to see, though, that, you know, the Lee Sin's getting a lot of executes, the Ekko's getting a lot of executes, but you probably want some of these kills going over to people like the Misfortune, like the Jace, especially for the Lee Sin. He wants his Aatrox to maybe pick up a couple kills because right now he is basically a caster minion. 0, 9, and 5. Like, the Ekko just did such a good job at camping this Aatrox early with the Vladimir that the Aatrox has been non-existent this game, has never had a room to breathe, and I think that's why Vladimir's gotten so many solo kills on him, is because, as we were seeing down here, Aatrox is kind of having to push up just to get some farm, just to try to become relevant in this game. He had to go for the Executioner's Calling first, and now he really doesn't have any items left. But here comes the Q coming from the Morgana. Big Misfortune ultimate doing a lot of damage. Ekko is going to dive over there and get a huge kill onto that Thresh, which is great right before the Baron. The Akali's going down as well to this Misfortune. Misfortune needs these kills as well. She is not that strong yet, but it looks like they are not quite done. Lee Sin and is here. The Vladimir slowing everybody down with that pool. Lee Sin is going to try to escape, but the Ekko once again diving over with the phase dive is going to get a kill onto that Lee Sin, and now it looks like Aatrox is the next target. The phase dive is probably going to be up. It is. Sivir is the next target for this Ekko, but he is going to try to run away here. Once again, showing some respect to the 7 and 4 and 7 Sivir, but never mind. He's not showing any respect. He is going to go in for this one. He's going to get knocked up, but the Chrono Break is going to come out at the very last second, and the shutdown is still going to work. The fade away from this Ekko, securing a kill onto that Sivir. Amazing play, and while all that was happening, while Ekko was chasing, the red team has decided to go for this Baron already at 5,000 health. They don't even need their jungler. They know that the Lee Sin is dead. They know everybody else is in their base, so they do not need to worry about a steal on this one. So Ekko is going to go and get another turret in favor of this team. That's their 5th turret of the game. Morgana is going to secure that Baron, and we are seeing the end game of this red side just doing so damn well. Their team fights have been great. The Vlad has been playing amazingly. Like, so it's kind of going to show that maybe the Ekko spending more time up in the top lane versus the Lee Sin spending more time in the bot lane. It's kind of showing that Ekko made the right call here going towards the top side and making sure that this Aatrox wasn't a champion and the Vladimir was gigantic, because they're just showing they are both so difficult to kill and they both do so much damage and are so good in team fights. Like, what do you really do to come back in this game? So Ekko did go back. He's got his Rabadon's Death Cap. He did get an Oblivion Orb, which is going to be probably transferred into a Morellonomicon when he gets the chance. Is what I'm assuming here, trying to stop the healing from the Akali and also from the Aatrox and a little bit from the Lee Sin as well. But that's going to be the Ocean Dragon going in favor of this red side. 2 Cloud Drakes and an Ocean Dragon just to the Mountain Dragon of the enemy team. 57.2k to 50.8k, a nice 7,000 gold lead, and 32 kills to 25. It has been a bloodbath of a game, but it looks like the red side is now looking to crack open the base of this blue side. Threshold is going to go wide, and they currently are looking at that first inhibitor. They're going to take it down with these Baroned up minions. Aatrox landing a pretty nice knockup, but the Chilling Smite is going to come out from the Ekko, and it is going to be enough to secure a kill. The pool going down to slow everybody down, and the Hemoplague is already onto this Thresh. It's not going to be enough to kill him. The Flash is going to come down, though, but the Flash and phase dive from the Ekko is going to be enough to take down that Thresh. Looks like Sivir currently trying to fight back. Sonic Wave is going to go wide, but it looks like the Sivir is going to be able to clean up the Jace. Now they are looking. Their sights are set on the Nexus. They're going to take down the first Nexus turret, and a parallel convergence is going to lock up 2 people. The Lee Sin and the Sivir are going to get locked down by the Ekko, and a huge Misfortune bullet time is going to secure another 2 kills. It looks like our Ekko ended this game. And apparently the download failed, so it looks like we're good. 21, 2, and 5 for this Ekko. But let's go to the endgame screens just to see how everybody did this game. As we can see from the endgame stats, our Ekko destroyed this game, ending this game with 21 kills. Though we actually got out damaged by the Vladimir, which honestly isn't that surprising considering Vlad's AoE, but Ekko still popped off 21,408 damage this game, and took even more than that, which is amazing considering that he only died twice. So he definitely used his Chrono Break to really high effectiveness this game. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already, and be sure to also leave me a comment to let me know what other champions you would like to see featured in this series. As I always say, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.